Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Good evening and welcome to Snohomish High School as we come to you in 4K live here as it'll be boys basketball tonight. The Edmonds-Woodway Warriors playing here at Snohomish against the Snohomish Panthers. I'm Mark Aucutt with Mike Ladeau, also Todd Elvig with us tonight, and we're happy to be here bringing you this one with a couple of evenly balanced teams. And our presenting sponsor this evening is Les Schwab, and we also got several other sponsors we'll tell you about as the evening goes along. And Mike, these teams with pretty close to the same records so far on the year.
Yeah, both are pretty even, right near 500 for each. Snohomish 2-2 in league, Edmonds-Woodway 1-3 in league, so it should be a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, as they're going to get ready to do the starting lineups, and we'll get you those right away ourselves as the players come out. We got the band here tonight. They always have year in, year out, such a great band here at Snohomish High School. So let's start off with Ben Hansen. He is a 5'6" senior guard for Edmonds-Woodway. Also, Makana Apio. He is a 6'1" senior guard. Drew Werner is a 6'1" senior guard. Also, William Bates. He's a forward at 6'4" and a senior. And Stephen Warren, 6'2" guard, a junior. The head coach for Edmonds-Woodway in his 9th year is Robert Brown. Assistant coaches Jordan Rice, Steve Escondon, Keaton McKay, and Michael Richards. So again, it's Ben Hansen, Makana Apio, Drew Warner, William Bates, and Stephen Warren as your starters for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Now let's take a look at the home team. That would be the Snohomish Panthers. Their head coach is Jeff Larson in his first year here. And starting at one forward position, a 6'2" senior, Amari Biggs. Also a 6'1" guard, junior, Drew Hansen. 6'3" junior guard, Hudson Capelli, who was our player of the game last Tuesday when we were here in Snohomish's 15-point victory over Oak Harbor. Starting as a 6-foot junior guard, Jason Roth. And then a guy that was just tenacious last week with 24 points, Drew Davis. He is a 6'4" junior forward. So there's your lineup for Snohomish: Amari Biggs, Drew Hansen, Hudson Capelli, Jason Roth, and Drew Davis as they bring them out on the floor right now. And Mike, we get looking at probably be a pretty fast-paced game. The junior varsity game is what backed us up some because they were tied at 57 each, forced an overtime, and then Snohomish won at 67-65. That one almost went a double overtime.
We thought we might have a double. We didn't quite make it, but we were darn close. Went down to what, last 7 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it exactly. And so we were able to get rolling here just a little bit past our usual starting time of 7:15. If they'd have gone double overtime, we probably wouldn't get going until about, because then they go triple overtime, right? Probably wouldn't get going until like 7:45. But we're going to go ahead and take a break right now, and then we'll be back with more here on STSPN.com. You got to love that.
That's great.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
And welcome back here to Snohomish High School as it's cranking up for this matchup, Wesco 3A, between the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors and the Snohomish Panthers on STSPN.com. Thanks to more sponsors: American Family Insurance, Sally Petty Agency, Monster Beverage, Army Navy, G&S Heating, Cooling, and Air Conditioning, Bickford Ford, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Airfield Espresso, Gene Johnson Plumbing, and Adrenaline Fundraising, who sponsor our player of the game, which we'll select right at the end of this one here tonight at Snohomish. Mike, good to see you again.
Thank you.
As we get a chance to get together just past the holidays there. We always look forward to having you up here at least once during the basketball season. We got you up during football season this year too, so that was pretty fun.
Always great, especially great always to be up in Snohomish. It's a great atmosphere up here. Love the colors at the start of the game, the national anthem. They do it right.
Drop the flag out of the ceiling, then it goes back up when they're done. So we're ready for tip-off time here at Snohomish. It got real quiet all of a sudden, and Snohomish will have the basketball to get things started. Both the boys and the girls are really good about moving the ball around and looking for the right shot. Oh, looks like he stepped out of bounds over there. That's going to turn the ball over to Edmonds-Woodway. They are wearing the green and white uniform, Snohomish white, red, and black combination. The big panther in the middle, so you see Edmonds-Woodway going from right to left on your TV screen here. Todd Elvig at the controls with the camera and producing tonight. So full meal deal right there.
I don't think we have him mic'd up tonight, do we?
No, he's got too many other things going on over there. Traveling has been called against Edmonds-Woodway. So each team with a turnover down court, early part of the game, and getting into where they'll start hopefully settling down some here. And some of that can be attributed to good defense too.
Good defense. Drew Warner there for Edmonds-Woodway just trying to make a play, just took an extra step down the lane.
Quickly around the other direction now. Amari Biggs heads to the basket. He is going to get fouled. He will have 2 shots.
Looks like Ben Hansen got him.
Biggs is a senior. That is going to be the case. First foul on Hansen. First team foul as Biggs goes to the line with those 2 shots.
Edmonds-Woodway opening up in a man-to-man, it looks like.
First one, perfect. Good way to get started. 1-0 Snohomish here. The Biggs is a guy that you see around the ball or doing a lot of different things throughout the game. That's another perfect foul shot. He's got great form.
Yeah,
we like to keep track of that.
I know Biggs here's impressed you, and I think you were saying Drew Davis also.
Drew Davis, yep. And then they got good support players too with Hudson Capelli and Jason Roth. Actually, the whole lineup is the starting lineup is real strong. And I think we could see them doing some things as the season moves along.
Gonna put that up.
There it is. It spins in. So 2 points. William Bates tied for the first time. Oh, going the other direction now. A turnover for the Panthers. They're second of the game now. Snohomish in conference averages 44.5 points per game. Averages given up 51.3 for a minus 6.8 differential.
I think he just signaled the wrong way.
Okay.
That was a kick by the Edmonds-Woodway player.
So Edmonds-Woodway will pick up the turnover there. A little over a minute into the first quarter. You get that ball in. That's going to be 5 seconds. Now you get with the press right there, Mike. Got to try to get it across midcourt, and they do.
Not very efficiently, but they got it over.
Good defense coming out tight on the Panthers there as Edmonds-Woodway is hustling hard right from the get-go with that man-to-man defense. Mike, that's what you're drilled to do. Don't give them any spacing out there. We know they can hit the long ball. Drew Davis had 3 3-pointers last week. They almost spent the entire 30 seconds on that, as now Edmonds-Woodway is going to go the other way and try to get the lead here.
That sounded like a new feature. Was that a car horn for the 3-ball there?
Yeah, it did sound like that, didn't it? It's like kind of like a Fiat.
Oh, there's
That's
one.
a 3-pointer. Perfect shot coming through.
That's McConnell.
McConnell Apio. So a 3-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway, their first lead of the game.
Snohomish trying to beat the press. Throws an errant pass all the way to the other end of the court out of bounds. Edmonds-Woodway ball.
That can be really tough there, and it gets in the players' heads dealing with that defense there, because you got to really work hard to get past it, and then sometimes pushing it too hard with a pass that goes out of bounds. We certainly see that a lot throughout the course of the season. And if you can execute that press properly, it really does raise havoc with the opposition. Thinking shot, but not going to go for it there. Moving around, he overplayed.
Yeah, overplayed. Reach, right?
That was going to be on Drew Hansen, his first foul, first team foul. You're looking at the size out there, too. These teams match up pretty well.
They do. We don't have any real skywalkers out there. Not a lot of verticality there.
No, not a lot of verticality at all. They got plenty of physicality, though.
Yes.
Edmonds-Woodway with the basketball. Now, you got some guys that talk about verticality that could get up there. Some of those in the NBA with like a vertical leap of about 44, 45 inches. Big guy, NBA last night, Donovan Mitchell scored 71 points. Holy smokes.
That's crazy.
He puts out a great shoe, too. We got 2 shots coming up. That's going to go on Drew Davis, his second team foul.
Drew Warner for 2.
Warner's at the line for 2. This is the first trip to the foul line for Edmonds-Woodway in the game as he nails the first one. Snohomish is 2 for 2 from the foul line, so now a 4-point lead, which represents the biggest lead for either team in this early going. Another one right on the money.
Nice stroke. Nice stroke.
We've seen 4 foul shots by the 2 teams, and they've just looked really good.
Let's see, beat the press. Dish.
Oh,
man.
There's one of those great effort to get to the basket, but then just didn't have the closure that he was hoping for. That makes it tough, and you don't want to get in the pattern of starting to miss those, Mike.
Got everything but the bread, didn't he, on that one?
He did.
Oh, should have shot that.
Thrown out of bounds.
Tough. He had a
Each
great
team with 3 turnovers.
Nice 4-foot bunny there, and he just gave it up, threw out of bounds.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that didn't look too good coming in. Now Snohomish dealing with that press, as there's also, I would imagine, going to be a steady stream of substitutions. There's a grabbing foul that's going to go against Edmonds-Woodway, which would be their second team foul. That's going to be called 34 on Gabriel Cavalier. But I was going to say, you'd see substitutions with playing the press like that. You got to keep those legs fresh.
Yep.
Just the 2 points for Snohomish, 2 foul shots by Amari Biggs, and that is it. Edmonds-Woodway is on a 7-0 run here in the first quarter at Snohomish. That defense has really made it tough. Now they finally get it outside. Not a bad look that time. It was straight on. Well, it comes off the rim, and it'll be Edmonds-Woodway basketball.
Straight on 3-pointer, but we talked about that in the pregame. It just sometimes I feel like they focus so much on 3-pointers now.
Yep.
You know? There's no inside-out game anymore. It just seems like.
That's exactly right. You just don't see the teams, except for when they're running, in a line towards the basket for the lay-in. But as far as that's a nice 3-pointer, nice. Big time for the Edmonds-Woodway player down there.
That's Stephen Warren, I believe.
And so there is, yes, that's right. Or was it William Bates? We'll get that figured out here and be back with more right after this. Who hit that basket? We are back live, and it is 10-2. Edmonds-Woodway on top. We're checking to see who got that basket. I think it was Warren. Let's check and see out there.
20.
Because there's.
Yeah, you're right. 24.
Yeah, because it turned really quick and
Yep.
we couldn't quite pick the number up. So that would be 3 points for him, and they've hit 2 3-pointers. An 8-point lead in a 10-0 run for Edmonds-Woodway.
Not going to win a lot of games if all you can make it free throws, right? We're going to get some offense. Here we go.
Yep. There it is. Great ball movement. Just as you were talking about, they get it done. So Biggs has all 4 points for Snohomish, and we're able to put pretty much all the good graphic information up there, working with the Daktronics here at Snohomish.
Oh, that's got to be.
Look like he took a few too many steps going in, but instead it's going to be a whistle against Snohomish, and that's going to be their 3rd team foul.
Like
that's against Biggs.
Looks like Drew Warner is playing with the Jordan rules out there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A few steps. Look to me.
So Warner's at the line once again, and he is 2 for 2 so far in the game. 3 for 3. Well, those are those things that go on the peeve list of not making free throws.
Right.
Actually opposite of what we've seen.
Right.
So they've been looking good at the line, not to jinx anything. Isaac English, a junior, checks in for Snohomish. But you got to like the fact that these guys, both teams are, see how that one goes.
You got
he got it in, used a little rim that time.
That's fine. 4 for 4. We'll take that.
Yeah. And it's up to an 8-point lead once again. Snohomish needs a little help down there.
Yeah, they do.
That gets frustrating, too, when you've got to deal with that every time you try to get the ball inbound, or
There
once
you
you
go.
do, then we got to push. Starting to take those fouls up now, team fouls. Foul is going to be against Drew Davis. Now, that's his 2nd foul. 4th team foul.
He's probably going to be coming out here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're going to pull him out, and coming in for him is Nolan Soderstrom. He is also a senior. Davis just a junior, though. And a chance for Edmonds-Woodway to get this lead into double figures. Working on being patient, a little bit of a shoulder thrown in there, and that's going to drop it in.
He got the love. He got 2.
Abio now has 5 points in the game. And they're up by 10, 14-4, with the 3:14 to go in the first quarter. Edmonds-Woodway is going to be called for the foul. That is going to go against Bates, his 2nd team foul, make that 3rd.
I wonder when Edmonds-Woodway is going to call off the press. They're really pressing.
Yeah, they've been going the whole time with that. But it's also been effective.
Yeah.
You look at the score, and Snohomish has really had to work hard getting that ball up court. Jason Roth will check back in now for the Snohomish Panthers. Saw some playing time started actually earlier in the game. 14-4 the score, coming up on 3 minutes to go. And that defense has just been a real problem for Snohomish to try to cut through.
That's dangerous.
They have just, the 1 3-point attempt so far here in the first quarter. Biggs way off the mark, air ball over the top of the rim as Edmonds-Woodway has things in their control at this point in time. Lots of game left, though, for things to get in Snohomish's favor. Again, you have to watch out for those fouls that are up to 4 team fouls. Trying to get the rebound. It is off a Snohomish player. Now, Snohomish hasn't played for a week since the 15-point victory that we broadcast last Tuesday. Maybe just trying to get into sync.
Oh, Warren with air on that.
Didn't find anything but air on that shot.
Did not graze in the twine.
See if Roth can bury this
go.
one. There it is. Really nice catch and release by Jason Roth. Good-looking basket right there.
He's a good player. I mean, he's getting some press, I know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he's certainly going to get plenty of love from us with shots like that.
For sure. Nice dish.
Underneath. Got it. Appio now
again.
with 7 points, and they throw it away. Snohomish with 4 turnovers here in the first quarter. 2 minutes exactly to go in the first. That's a 3-ball. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Ben Hansen
with a dagger from the corner.
up to a 12-point lead now, biggest lead of the game for Edmonds-Woodway, 19-7, and they have hit 3 3-pointers. Foul is going to go
Warren with the reach.
with Warren getting the foul. So each team now with 4 team fouls. Checking in for Snohomish is Drew Hansen. Coming out for the Panthers will be Nolan Soderstrom. They've got Drew Davis on the bench with 2 fouls here in this first quarter, so we may not see him.
Yeah.
Now again, he hit that great 3-pointer earlier. Over the top this time. Well, Biggs was in the right spot to catch that ball that didn't draw iron or net, and then put it up and got fouled. So that's a good one right there for him. Now, that would be on Warren. That's his second foul, and he picked those up pretty quick as Biggs will go to the line.
He's an aggressive player out there. We can see that for sure.
Left-handed shooter, and he's 3 for 3 from the line.
Yeah.
Has 5 points.
Smooth as butter out there at the line. He looks great.
That is so true. Jen Simonson is into the lineup now for Edmonds-Woodway. Oh, you want to pass that along? He hits them both. 10-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway, 1:32 to go.
I've got some intel.
In the first quarter. Yeah, this is
here we
good
go.
stuff. Biggs with the steal, yeah, and fouled again. That's on the floor, no shots on this one. But it does take Edmonds-Woodway up in fouls. That's going to be called against Dennis Carl. His first foul, 6th team foul. How about that?
Almost to the bonus. We're just
Yeah.
about there.
And we still have 1:26 to go. Now, Snohomish was up with 4 fouls, and Edmonds-Woodway had 2.
Yeah.
It's like I was just going to say, now Snohomish will pick up their 5th foul, but Edmonds-Woodway got 4 fouls in a row. That's going to go against Amari Biggs. That would be his 2nd foul. So now Snohomish has 2 players with 2 fouls, Biggs and Roth.
So, Mark, Angie McGuire is the Edmonds School District AD. She was the Edmond EW AD, recently got promoted. So her son is Stephen Warren out there. So
okay.
Interesting to know.
Yeah, Angie's a real nice lady. And Stephen Warren averages 13 points a game.
Oh.
Bingo.
That Roth.
Good job by Roth hitting his 2nd 3-pointer. Both of them just smooth as silk out there, too, with that good release and everything. There's going to be a foul coming up against Snohomish. Things starting to even up there now.
Yeah.
That goes against Drew Hansen. That's his 2nd. Yeah, those are key fouls when you start adding all that up. Each team with 6 team fouls. Bates is at the line, his first try. Now that's the first missed foul shot for either team. They were 8 for 8, each 4 for 4 as teams before that. And Drew Davis is going to check back in, playing with those 2 fouls. And he's a good, strong, aggressive player. Don't want it to, two of them missed. Don't want it to curtail his play. And then there's Roth chasing after it. Let's see who knocked it out last. I think that's a good call off of Edmonds-Woodway, so Snohomish will get it. Now, Snohomish is on a 5-0 run because they were down 19-7, so this kind of closes that gap as we head towards the second quarter.
Math. You're doing great math tonight.
You know, how I don't know how I'm making these numbers, pulling them out. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's over and back.
No, he tapped
He
it.
did tap it. He did tap it. I think maybe they're saying that
he dribbled it on his own.
Yeah, that he didn't lose. It was tapped, but then he went back and got it.
Now, if it was football, we'd have the Elvig replay, but
we are going with the 4K, which
that's right.
Doesn't quite have the, but we have a clearer picture. I mean, you can see it from space. That basket is good by Bates. He has 4 points. Bates averages 10 points per game and also 10 rebounds. He had a double-double in the last game. That'll be 2 shots, and that's going to be team foul number 7 against the Warriors.
Called a block. Is that on Warner? They calling that off?
So that is going to go against Jens Simonson, his first. Yeah, 7 team fouls. Roth at the foul line. He's tied for the team lead in scoring. He has 6. So does Amari Biggs. Those are the only 2 who have scored for Snohomish. It was 21-12 there, now 21-13. Roth now with 7. Substitutions in for Snohomish, Nolan Soderstrom, and also Eli O'Hare. He is a senior. Next one coming up, Snohomish trying to stay perfect at the line, and they do. So Roth's had himself a real nice quarter to get things going. Edmonds-Woodway set to inbound in backcourt. It's back to a 7-point lead. Their biggest lead has been 12 on a couple of occasions, 16-4 and 19-7. Snohomish playing tight defense now. Shot clock is turned off, and that's good battle for the rebound. We do have a foul coming up.
We got a T too, it looks like.
Referees are going to talk this one out. Let's see here. Conferring on that.
I thought I saw the teeing somebody up signal there. He's calling it. Somebody got a little boisterous out there.
It'll be 1-1. Both teams will be in the bonus now. Let's see how they sort this one out. Getting it. Okay. So the foul is on Nolan Soderstrom. First off, his first 7th team foul, and then another one on Soderstrom for a technical foul. And that would take him to 2 fouls.
Yep.
That's not good, because that now puts 4 Snohomish players with 2 fouls. And we're just in the first quarter. Miss on the first one. There you go. Warner missed the first one, makes the second, and then that's from the original foul. Then the next one, that's the technical foul shot. So that was a bit costly for Snohomish, as they will watch Edmonds-Woodway inbound the ball at half court. 9-point lead. And here we go. Edmonds-Woodway still working for that one shot.
Look at that.
No, we've seen some air balls here in this first quarter.
Uh-oh.
And that'll be the end of the first quarters. Edmonds-Woodway is leading 23-14 on STSPN.com.
You can almost smell those fresh ground beans. Airfield Espresso at Harvey Field has been serving delicious cups of gourmet happiness for over 25 years. Excellent service and lasting relationships is their top priority. Stop in and experience the kindness and joy that exude from this special place, one cup at a time.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Here we are at Snohomish High School. Thanks for being with us on STSPN.com. We really appreciate it. Seen an ad there for Gene Johnson Plumbing. Thank you, Gene Johnson Plumbing, for your sponsorship of our games. Appreciate that as Edmonds-Woodway will inbound. They're up by 9 points, 23-14 here at Snohomish High School. Mark Aucutt with Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig. Edmonds-Woodway finding a way to get those 3-pointers in that first quarter. There's a great move. Simonson puts it in. His first 2 points of the game. Back to an 11-point lead now for Edmonds-Woodway. Drew Davis playing with those 2 fouls.
Oh,
held ball.
Jump ball that's going to go to Snohomish.
Snohomish will get the ball. Edmonds-Woodway had it to start the quarter. So that arrow goes back and forth. Snohomish will be able to get a hold of it here. And let's see, the officials talking things over again. We've already seen a technical foul in this game.
You don't see that very often in high school.
No. It was pretty quick, too.
Yep. He must have said something he shouldn't have.
Said the magic word that can make that happen.
He didn't say, I want another quarter pounder like we did today.
Yeah, that's right. A little burger cavity there.
Yep.
Oh, a miss by Davis. Davis has been quiet in this game. He had 24 last Tuesday when we were here, and he had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points in the first quarter last week, almost half of his 24. But again, he and 3 of his teammates are playing with 2 fouls.
Yeah.
So they're going to – Roth is not, though, which is good because he's had the hot hand so far.
That Simonson driving, kind of creating some fouls there, I think.
Snohomish is going to be whistled for the foul, and that's what you got to do.
Yep.
If you're going to go in, make them foul you.
Get some body, and hopefully you can draw a call, and that's what he did.
Foul is on Hudson Capelli. That will be his first foul, 9th team foul. 2 shots at the line is Simonson.
So you had Appio with 7 in the first quarter. I show year to date he's averaging 1 point a game, so that's a heck of a
He's
first
definitely
quarter.
put it up very well there.
Yep. Another one.
Yeah, he wasn't one of the ones that when I was talking to their 9th-year head coach, Robert Brown, and getting more, as to what these guys average and stuff.
Right.
He wasn't one of the guys that he listed as to being in double figures or even 5-6 points a game, but he's been doing all right in this one. 13-point lead now for Edmonds-Woodway, 27-14.
Snohomish just struggled all night so far with the press.
It's been tough to get through. Edmonds-Woodway's been, I think by the end of the game, we're going to have a lot of fouls, though, on both teams. That's going to be a foul against Edmonds-Woodway.
That's Gabriel. He went a little vertical on that.
Yep, that is it. Gabriel Cavalier, his second foul. Team foul number 8. We're going to be up to double bonus for both teams pretty quickly with the way things are going. Isaac English, a junior out there, will have the foul shots.
Great
Into
name.
the game is William Bates.
English. How can you not think of Alex English?
Oh, that's right.
Great Denver Nugget. Wherever else he played. A couple other spots.
Alex English was a great player.
Smooth.
Smooth is the exact word for it.
Yeah.
A different kind of smooth than what we'd see from Sam Perkins.
Yes.
Who was great in his way of doing things, too.
Or Sade, smooth operator maybe, too.
Yeah. Okay, it's an 11-point lead now for Edmonds-Woodway. They've been in command throughout this game. Snohomish
There's a
got a
takeaway.
2-0 lead. Here is a steal by Roth. Nice move coming down
Taking
court.
all the way.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to count. I was checking to see if they might call an offensive foul on that. Not that I thought it was, but just making sure because it looked like he should have got the basket and get the chance to go to the foul line. That's going to be on Simonson, his second, 9th team foul. And you've got Roth at the foul line looking to complete the 3-point play. And he has 10 points now.
Yeah,
Very strong first quarter.
He's looking really good, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing
strong quarter.
Quite well, and good thing for that because there hasn't been a lot going on besides him.
Right.
He's just one of
2 guys
3 players to have scored for.
Only 3, yeah.
Yeah, English got a couple
That's
in there.
Right.
Snohomish just with the 3 scores. Now, last week they spread it out quite a bit. I think they had 8 scores in that game. Traveling is called against Edmonds-Woodway. Well, Snohomish now could cut the deficit to 6 points, Mike.
Yeah, they're starting to crank up the D. They got a nice held ball there and forced to travel, basically, on Ben Hansen. So let's see what they can do on offense.
If you're just tuning in, Snohomish in the white, Edmonds-Woodway in the green. They've been playing that pressure and trap defense right from the get-go consistently. Snohomish has had to deal with it. Drew Warner is back in. Warner has 6 points all from the foul line. He is 6 for 7. And Edmonds-Woodway went 6 for 9 from the foul line in that first quarter. They put up quite a few points at 23.
That's for a first quarter in high school in 8 minutes, yes.
Panthers with the ball in front court.
Move. We just got to move.
Yeah, you got to work that ball around. The guys just can't stand there. They got to start motioning around. And usually they're pretty darn good at that. Biggs, and there's Roth again.
Yeah.
Yes. 6 in the quarter, 14 in the game. He's definitely a great candidate if Snohomish comes back in this game for
there we go.
Adrenaline fundraising player of the
Biggs.
game. And there's Amari Biggs with a steal and a miss.
And
oh, come on. You cannot miss those shots. Drew Hansen.
Oh, timeout, EW.
Timeout, Edmonds-Woodway. It's a 3-point game. Snohomish has come roaring back as they were down 9 points at the end of the quarter. They have outscored Edmonds-Woodway 10-4, and we'll just keep it right here and chat it up a little bit. Now, the teams, and looking at win streaks and such, Edmonds-Woodway has won their last 2 games in a row. They beat Ingram 56-51 on Wednesday, December 21st, and then last Wednesday they beat Ballard 49-45. Last year, when these two teams played, Edmonds-Woodway won. It was the last game of the regular season. They beat Snohomish on Tuesday, February 8th of last year, 58-57. So a real close game there, which this is starting to turn into. And Snohomish has a 1-game win streak. They had a 68-53 win over Oak Harbor, which you talked about earlier, to get them where they're at today. And then we got their records and everything along those lines. So we're starting to hit that in the next week, about the midpoint of the schedule, and then it gets cranking even more as teams start making that push to make the postseason. 5:22 on the scoreboard as Edmonds-Woodway will inbound, each team with 9 team fouls. Snohomish doing a solid job on defense, but not pushing it too hard and maybe wisely, to be able to go with that press. And that saves your legs, too, if you can shut the opposition down with a half-court defense. Look at that. Oh, he was just trying to get out of there. I don't think he was trying to be fancy with the behind the back. He's just trying to get out of there.
Yeah, they're definitely more active on D. This is great. Look at that.
Look at this, yeah. We saw Biggs with a big steal, almost 2 more right there. So they're starting to really get to Edmonds-Woodway.
Oh.
Wow. I thought he got ball on that one.
I think he did, but I think the fall through, he tomahawked him a bit. That's Roth.
That's Roth. Just his first foul. That's good for Snohomish with the 4 guys with 2 team fouls, or 2 fouls.
I think Snohomish seems to be cranked up a little bit. Physicality. They're going.
Yeah. Definitely. Bates hits the first foul shot. He's 1 for 3 from the line. Snohomish a perfect 6 for 6 in the first quarter, 3 for 3 here in the second quarter. So they're 9 for 9, Mike.
That's impressive. That's what you want to see as a coach, right? The fundamentals.
Briggs is 4 for 4, and Roth is 3 for 3, and English is 2 for 2.
3 points.
Bates will put it up again.
Yep. What is he? 2 for 4. Yep.
They're 4 for 4 here in the second quarter. Edmonds-Woodway 10 for 13 in foul shooting. Back into the game is Hudson Capelli, player of the game last week. If we've had one of these guys in the season and another one, or if they have even a great game again, they're not eligible for another one.
Right.
Unless somebody else really didn't stand out. So Capelli and Davis have each won one so far this year. And the big opening thing for Snohomish was first game of the season. They beat Glacier Peak in the game we did 45-40. First time in the history of those two playing against each other back to 2008 when Glacier Peak opened that Snohomish was able to beat them.
Ever?
First time in history.
Ever?
Yeah.
Not just a home court,
It's
just
been
ever.
14 years.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is a crazy
It's a big
stat.
night. They were swarming the court out there afterwards. It's part of a girl-boys doubleheader.
Oh,
That
man.
looked perfect from the get-go. Ben Hansen.
Ben Hansen's got the launch code tonight out there for sure.
He's hit 2 big ones, and it's back to an 8-point lead. Edmonds-Woodway going 5-0 against Snohomish during this stretch. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Mark Aucutt along with Mike Ladeau and Todd Elvig. There's a steal. As wisely just lays it up and in, not trying to be too fancy. Warner now with 8 points, and it's back to a 10-point lead. So now Edmonds-Woodway on a 7-0 run. Snohomish player Ryan McDonald, he's called up from junior varsity, put on the varsity roster. That's a travel, 7th turnover against Snohomish in this game.
I think we've seen more TPM ever, travels per minute, than we've seen in the game in a long time.
Yeah, they've definitely called a number of those.
That's at
Jason
least,
Roth is back in. He's been having a great game.
That's got to be at least the 4th traveling call we've seen.
Mm-hmm. Roth has 14 of Snohomish's 24 points.
Wow, he's coming on tonight.
Yeah.
I know his dad's really excited about him,
Yeah.
as he should be.
Yeah, he's put together a real strong performance. Again, I can't imagine where Snohomish would be tonight
Biggs.
without his contribution.
Biggs goes vertical and takes one away. Let's see what they can do on this end.
There's Roth again, taking it in. Nice
Look at that
turnaround
spin.
move.
Oh,
Yeah, what was so nice about that, he went one direction, went back around, and then went with the left hand to put it in, and that's just doing what you got to do to work inside. So he's effective outside and inside. 16 points for Roth in this game. That's the kind of stuff that shows up to the college coaches too.
yep. Oh,
That's knocked out of bounds.
lazy
Snohomish
pass.
will keep it.
He was lucky that it didn't get picked. It almost did.
Drew Hansen is in, so is Drew Davis. So the two Drews back into the lineup for Snohomish. They both started the game.
Yeah, lots of Drews here. We got one for Edmonds, Drew Warner, Angie's son. Oh, Biggs. Out of way.
That is Biggs connecting. Snohomish needed that. Down to a 6-point deficit. So they've got things cranked up a little bit. 2:27 to go in the second quarter. Snohomish has been doing a real good job, especially in this quarter, of knocking the ball away,
Yes.
trying to get steals. Even if they haven't got them, they've forced Edmonds-Woodway to adjust.
They're using their hands well and not in the wrong way, which you know, coaches are, they're in the passing lanes, getting their hands out there and flashing out there, and they're getting some knockdowns and knockaways. It's great to see.
Bates is called for the foul, his second. Each team now has 10 fouls, and so that was an offensive foul. And here's a chance for Snohomish to cut the lead by Edmonds-Woodway to 4 points.
I get it to Ross somehow. There you go.
There you go.
Launch that thing.
We could see it from here, just a little bit off angle, but still, he's been connecting on him with 3 3-pointers. If you're going to have a guy shoot an outside shot, he's the one you want to have the ball in his hands. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the second quarter. Warriors, he thought
about
NBA
it.
land out
Yeah.
there.
Keep going
Well,
for-
sometimes your instincts just want you to just, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fire it away here. Traveling, there's another one. Turnover number 6 against Edmonds-Woodway.
And that's about 4 travels.
Yeah, and that just shows, too, what a good job the Snohomish defense
Yep.
is doing.
They're collapsing on them.
Did you notice that Edmonds-Woodway's been pulling back
They're not
off
trapping.
the press?
Yep. Here we go.
Well, that's a good-looking shot opportunity, and he nails it. Hudson Capelli. Excellent work right there. Capelli's first points of the game. It's down to a 3-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. They had that earlier at 27-24. Look at Snohomish. 3 guys around the basket, and again, Edmonds-Woodway pulling back off the press. There's Roth.
Oh.
He had the right idea that time, just didn't quite get it in the square to carom it off the glass that time.
We used to say just kind of wedged it.
Yeah.
But he had the right idea.
He had a really good move and lay-in earlier in this quarter. Snohomish looking for a stop here. No foul.
No.
That's a rebound. A 3-ball can tie it after Edmonds-Woodway has led by as much as 12 points in this game. He draws the foul, Capelli. So he'll get a couple pops at it. Snohomish, 9 for 9 from the foul line. That foul.
You're going to jinx him, saying that. 9 for 9.
Oh, this is one of the guys they called up.
Oh, is it number 11?
Yeah, I'm going to look here. No,
Wait.
we'll get it here in just a minute. There's the first miss for Snohomish, as they have just been red hot. Rotation for Snohomish. Davis is going to come out, but I would imagine for not too long. Luke Boland. He was called up from JV. That was a late ad, so that's his first foul.
15.
Yeah, he's 15. Snohomish gets 1 out of that. 2-point game. And just a little bit more on the quarter clock than the shot clock. Edmonds-Woodway with the basketball, turnaround.
That's a nice move.
Good looking move that time.
Patient.
Bates.
Patient move, I would say.
Bates with 4 points in each quarter. Yes, it was. And that's a big thing, too, to be in there that close and to keep your head. There's Capelli.
Got it.
Yes! Hudson Capelli now with 6 points. 2-point game. This is great. Wow, did that turn around? Snohomish trailed at 1 point by 13 points, 27-14, and then they got rolling. They scored 10 straight. So we're going to take a break right now, and then we'll be back with more here on STSPN.com. We'll take about 8 or 9 minute break, and then we'll come back with the second half, which promises to be very good, Mike.
It looks that way. The Panthers down here, it looks great tonight.
Yeah. See you soon, folks.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts. Training harder, pushing further, hitting back. Hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best. Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Player of the game, senior libero Lauren Riskill has control.
Championship district tournaments, we have it here on STSPN.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Here we are at Snohomish High School, broadcasting on STSPN.com, and it's time for the second half in what has turned into a really exciting game out here at Snohomish High School. Snohomish was down by 13 at one point, 27-14, then went on a 10-0 run, and look where it is now, 36-34, 2-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway, as they will now go left to right on your screen. They have the green and white uniforms on, and Snohomish with the white, red, and black ones as they set up on defense. And Mike, we were really entertained to a great first half of basketball. Snohomish got right back in this one, and now Edmonds-Woodway is going to throw it away.
Yeah, it was a tale of two defenses. It seemed like the game turned a bit when Edmonds-Woodway kind of called off the dogs on the press.
Mm-hmm.
And then Snohomish ramped up their D on their end, and things, it just turned around. We had a third. I think we thought we were having a blowout on our hands for a while there.
Yeah, once they pulled that, oops.
See, we got 2 turnovers so far here.
That's the way the game started, too.
Yep.
Each team had turned it over, and now Snohomish has 8 turnovers and 7 for Edmonds-Woodway.
We had a great halftime show. We're not sure what they played, but it was some kind of 60s stuff. It was good.
They were jamming away. The band was over across the way from us.
Oh.
Tough miss, and there's another case where you got to use the board.
Yep.
The backboard can be your best friend when you're coming in like that, even if you just got to make a slight adjustment going in. There's Roth, barely misses. Biggs gets it. 10 points for Biggs. Roth is the leading scorer for both teams. He has 16 points, 8 in each quarter. He's been
really
red hot.
Yeah, really impressive. Oh, look at Hansen drive. Missed it.
Wow, tied at 36. Tied for just the second time. The other time was when it was 2-2. Snohomish got the first 2 points. Biggs get almost stolen away. It's all over the place. Now it's going to go to Snohomish.
Bit erratic out there right now with Snohomish.
Yeah, it looked like Robert Brown was calling a timeout.
Yeah.
He wants it. 30-second timeout. 6:57 to go in the third quarter. So for Edmonds-Woodway, Jen Simonson has 4 points. 6 for Ben Hansen. Makana Apio has 7. Drew Warner 8. William Bates 8. Steve Warren 3. So how many? 6 players have scored. Edmonds-Woodway is 10 for 13 from the foul line. Snohomish with Amari Biggs now with 10. 2 for Drew Hansen, 2 for Isaac English. Hudson Capelli has 6, and then there's Roth with the 16. 8 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, 3 3-pointers. Snohomish has hit 4 3-pointers. They are also 10 for 11 from the foul line.
Roth is fun to watch. He's really active out there on both ends, defense and offense, obviously.
And that's the key. Keep moving around. It's all about hustle. It's all about hard work. And when you're moving around all the time, it forces your defense to move around, and especially when you're moving the ball real well. Snohomish with their 9th turnover now. Tied at 36. This is going to be a great finish. We still got a ways to go to even be thinking about finish. Junior varsity game, Snohomish won 67-65 in overtime. You had a slight step on Drew Davis. Davis has not scored yet, which is kind of amazing when he had 24 points last week.
Against Oak Harbor.
Against Oak Harbor, yeah.
Tallest guy in the court.
But he had a couple of early fouls, which may be prohibiting him. So that's a beautiful way of taking it in. Drew Warner now has 10 points.
Nice.
He had a mission, and he accomplished it.
Elbow grease and got right in for the lay-in.
Roth handles it well. Over to Capelli.
Ooh.
Just rattling out of there. Now here's where Snohomish has worked so hard to come back. They tie it, and they don't want to put themselves in the same position as earlier. That swirls out of there. A little late getting over for the rebound, but finally ends up working out. Double team right near half court. Good job. Snohomish,
He needs help. You need to go to the ball when a guy needs help.
Yes.
Warner says, I'll take a free 2.
He's now got 12.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Edmonds-Woodway starting to put more pressure on, which was tough for Snohomish in that first quarter and into the second quarter, too. But once they backed him off, then, it might be Robert Brown's strategy to keep his legs fresh, too, his players' legs fresh, so that they took a little time off from that press. But Snohomish was able to make a lot happen offensively in the second quarter.
Look at Warner hustle.
Whoops.
Oh, slap.
That last pass went into traffic. Roth, good intention.
Warner's all over the place.
He really is.
He's slapping it. And shot clock.
Shot clock. It had not hit the net. So that's going to turn the ball over. 4th turnover against Snohomish in the second half.
And that was all due to Warner's defensive pressure. He had his hands on the ball, 3 times on that possession.
Warner with the 12 points and a lot of great defense being played out there. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter here on STSPN.com. Mark Aucutt, Mike Ladeau, Todd Elvig. Snohomish is going to be called for a foul. That's on Hudson Capelli. Now he has 2 fouls. Snohomish with their first foul in the second half. Each team got to double bonus in the first half.
Yeah, we were in double bonus with, what, about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, they got their
foul
quick.
fest. It was a foul fest there all of a sudden.
Yeah, the team's committing 20 fouls in that first half. Just one so far here. Oh,
Ooh.
He gets the bounce.
Drop, roll.
Apio getting it done.
He's got.
Uh-oh. Well, those are the mistakes you don't want to make. Fortunately for Snohomish, they got the ball back. There's Roth working his way in. Good-looking move right there.
There you go.
He's done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
And again, the big thing you want to do is finish it up, and he did. So timeout for Snohomish. Roth now has 18 points. And we're going to take a break. Be back with more here on STSPN.com.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We are 4K live here at Snohomish. 4:13 to go in the third quarter. Snohomish down by 4 points. Edmonds-Woodway will have the basketball. Panthers just called a timeout. The thing is they scored a basket and then called the timeout. Mike, what do you think their coach down there, Jeff Larson, would have talked to them about at that point?
I think
that's a tough break.
I think
but a great break for Edmonds-Woodway.
Calming down on them. They're just frenetic when they're trying to bring the ball up. Just calm down and move to the ball and help your guy out, right? It's basics.
Yeah, sometimes simpler is much better. Edmonds-Woodway whistled for the foul, and that.
Oops, sorry.
He showed a 30 down there.
24. Stephen Warren.
Okay, they finally get it up there.
Wait a minute.
Now, if that doesn't seem right.
No.
They don't have.
I think it was 24.
All right, we'll give him 3 fouls because they have 30 up there.
They don't even have a 30.
They don't even have a 30 on their roster. Snohomish will have the ball again. Down by 6 points, and it's really crucial right here that they don't allow Edmonds-Woodway to pull away, and Edmonds-Woodway is thinking the opposite, going, okay, we got a 6-point lead back. We need to get things going a little bit more. Oh, that bounces out of his hands.
Good idea.
Turnover. Yeah, it was a good idea, but he couldn't quite handle it. Not that the pass was bad.
Couldn't thread the needle as much as he needed to. Look at
Oh,
Warner.
it's too bad that Snohomish wasn't able to get that one because Roth was breaking down court. Nobody was on him. Edmonds-Woodway ends up with the basketball. Up by 6. Drive to the hoop.
Nice.
He gets it. Hansen with 8 points now, Mike.
Good little player. Good fundamental player.
We'll say hi to Debbie at Magnolia at the quality control facility. Understand that things are coming through just fine. You want to drop some hellos in there when we get a chance?
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's a big shot right there. They needed that one really bad. Drew Davis with his first points of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say his first bucket of the game is a 3-ball. Yeah, I'll do a shout out. I got my girls, my wife Lynn, Lucy and Abby. My kids are listening, I believe, down in Federal Way. I shouldn't say listening. Yeah, they're watching in 4K. Yes, that's right.
3-point basket. He was just outside the line. That's Warner. Warner's having a big half. He's got 9 points in the half, 17 in the game. He is the leading scorer for Edmonds-Woodway. There's Roth. Oh! Davis.
Great putback. Nice action, hitting the boards.
Good thing he was there.
Went vertical and put the deuce up.
So a 6-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway.
Look at that.
Oh, that was another
tremendous
move by Ben Hansen. He's made 2 key layups here in the third quarter. Edmonds-Woodway with the press on. They're about to sub in a couple of players. Panthers get past it. Oh, you can see that one coming too.
Telegraph.
Yeah, he really did.
It's kind of like, I'm going to pass it to the low post right now.
Yeah.
You see that, everybody? I mean, Great idea, but make it a little more crisp and more fluid.
That's when it looks like it's happening in slow motion.
Yeah. Kind of like our order was at McDonald's today.
Yeah, that's right. We went for our burger calorie.
Yep.
Or calories. Yep.
A little cheap.
They look like Roth got grabbed there.
Carl got him.
So the foul is against Edmonds-Woodway. That's going to go against Carl, which would be his second foul. Inbound to Roth. They're down by 8. It was tied. Davis.
Ooh, he's strength. Count. Nope.
2 shots coming for Davis. Now this is where the Tiger may be getting released because the way Davis is stepping it up now here in the third quarter. And they need that, Mike.
Yep. They need some.
Carl with his third foul, third team.
Need a little physicality under there.
Definitely.
I understand I have a Hamilton, Edmonds-Woodway Hamilton girls shout out to do.
Okay.
Down in Edmonds listening. Anna,
got to make those foul shots.
Anna attends E-Dub.
Yeah, we got a lot of people tuning in that we know here tonight. And the worldwide audience.
Yeah, we've got Wenatchee tuned in tonight as well.
Very good. Eli O'Hare is back in for Snohomish. Davis, who was his second foul shot. Snohomish is 10 for 12 from the line. There you go. 6 points for Drew Davis, all in the quarter.
Davis came out, McDonald came in.
You know, Mike, the thing, too, is that when you're down by a certain amount of points, you put so much into coming back that it gets, and you're not used to being in the lead, and suddenly the team that had the lead pulls away again. That foul is going to go against Isaac. Don't call me Alex English.
Do not call me Alex English. I wouldn't mind being called Alex English.
Yeah.
Heck of a player.
Definitely. In that 80s stretch there into the 90s maybe for the Utah Jazz. Drive through, he's hit a couple, now 3.
He's got the floater down.
He does. Hansen has had a marvelous quarter. 6 points in the quarter, 12 in the game, and all of his points have been inside shots like that. That's money. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 9-point lead. It was tied at 36, and since that time, Edmonds-Woodway has outscored Snohomish 17-8.
See if he can convert.
Yeah, he definitely drew the foul. That one's going against O'Hare. His first. That'll be the third team foul. Each team with 3 team fouls. That's going to send Hansen to the foul line. His first trip to the line.
I'm going to say he's a pretty good foul shooter, free throw shooter. He's got the mechanics. He's got all the fundamentals, it seems to me.
Oh, kind of a two-handed shot.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't expect to see that. Almost looked like a pass. All right, Davis is going to be back in. Ryan McDonald is checking out. Okay, let's see if they can get it up to a 10-point lead. It's going to make it challenging no matter what in the next quarter. He gets that one. Those are the first 2 foul shots attempted by Edmonds-Woodway in this third quarter. 54-44, 10-point lead.
It's like Edmonds-Woodway's got quite a few subs in, resting some of the starters.
Yeah, that'll allow them to be stronger coming into that fourth quarter.
Look at Hansen running around like a madman out there.
Oops.
Forgot something.
Capelli, a little bit of space there. That's a big shot if they can hit it. Doesn't happen. I think we have an over the back against Biggs.
He didn't go straight up.
He's called for his third foul. 4th team foul. And Edmonds-Woodway will have the basketball.
I'll take a wild guess they're going to take last shot for the quarter here. But you never know.
Yep, they'll start working it. And Hansen has had himself a great third quarter. Dishes off this time. And just about 2 seconds left. If he hits that, that's huge.
Oh.
Doesn't get it, but still a 10-point lead at 54-44. 44 as Edmonds-Woodway scores 18 points in that quarter, and Snohomish only gets 10. So they are trailing by 10. We'll take a timeout and be back with the fourth quarter right here on STSPN.com. Great sponsorship here on STSPN.com. Bickford Ford, McDaniels Do It Center, Airfield Espresso, Gene Johnson Plumbing, Adrenaline Fundraising, GNS Heating, Cooling, Air Conditioning. And it goes on and on. Monster Beverage, Army Navy, American Family Insurance, and Les Schwab. We appreciate all of our sponsorship. Oh, that's over the superstructure.
Yes, it was.
And so that will give it to Edmonds-Woodway. And Snohomish can't be having much of that because we are in the fourth quarter, and it's a 10-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. Snohomish cutting off some passing lanes. He says, I'll just take it from out here. Air ball.
Might have drew a little iron, not much.
And Snohomish, remember earlier when they took that timeout, and we're thinking their coach, they said it was off Snohomish. You were saying that you think Jeff Larson was talking about.
Calm down a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
like right there.
Yep.
Take your time. Slow, work for that really good shot, and also try to have somebody under the boards or more than one person. In case you miss the shot, you can get another shot at it. There's 2 air balls by Edmonds-Woodway, so they're giving Snohomish
a chance, right?
Right, they're getting those opportunities.
Roth was quiet in that quarter, right? What do you have?
He had 2. He's got 18.
Yeah. Here we go. There he is.
There he is.
Count it.
Oh.
No.
Missed a couple, 3 of those.
Biggs for a big one.
That's a nice one. Biggs now has 13 points. That's his first 3-pointer in the game. 6:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
A little bit of patience on D. They're fine. A couple misses and a couple, conversions on the other end. Get back
almost thrown out of bounds.
Yeah.
Edmonds-Woodway gets control of it once again. Hansen, who was on his game in that last quarter with 7 points. Over and back called against Edmonds-Woodway.
Yeah.
Here's a great opportunity for Snohomish to really close that gap. Teams making substitutions. Davis will inbound. We're just looking around, and they have everybody but one in their starting lineup out there. That's the Panthers. The only one who's different is Isaac English. So they have 4 starters out there. And we'll see, too, with Edmonds-Woodway using that press so much in this game. Look at this. Yeah, did what he needed to do right there.
Yeah, drew the foul. On the floor.
Foul is going to be, is that against Carl again? All right, so now they have him at 3 fouls. We thought he'd picked one up earlier, but it'll be just an inbound for the Panthers. Each team with 4 team fouls. Worked around.
There's Roth. Let's see what he can do here. That's a good shot right there.
Out to Davis.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Drew Davis finding his stroke. He has 9 points, all in the second half.
Cash money on that one.
That's one of the guys you want to have heating it up out there. 4-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. Every time down court, Snohomish has to try to make a good defensive stop, just like that. Then patiently work down the other way. Roth thinks shot, Just off the mark.
It looked good.
It did look good. Can't fault him on that shot. That foul is going to go against Amari Biggs. That's his 4th foul. That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, it is. 5
team fouls. Carl just came out of the game for Edmonds-Woodway.
I think had Roth hit that last three-pointer, we might have heard smoke on the water from the band.
And I think they do. Yeah, they know how to play that. We've heard them play that.
They had Hendricks going, I think.
Yeah. Quite the bass and guitar players over there. Oh. Again, here's a chance for Snohomish.
Tough luck shot right there, in and out.
Trailed by 10 at the end of 3 quarters, now down by 6. And let's see, we're almost 3 minutes into this quarter, and Edmonds-Woodway has not scored. They fired up a couple of air balls. Oh, Capelli. He's got 8. It is a 2-point game.
Cut him off. Oh,
nice step-in move. And Snohomish fighting for the rebound.
Davis.
They've got it. Now here's another situation.
They can tie it up, Mark.
Being patient.
Could be a lead.
Oh, maybe rushed a shot a little bit.
Panther Den would have exploded if that gone down.
Yeah.
There's a turnover.
There's another one.
Oh, there's another one, though. Threw it away.
Again, this is where you just got to keep your head when you get those turnovers in your favor and just try not to commit one yourself right away. Edmonds-Woodway on the offensive attacking end now as we're getting closer to halfway through the 4th quarter. A 2-point lead. And we'll pick the Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the game when we see who wins this one. That is a 2-pointer. It is good by Warren. Edmonds-Woodway with a timeout. 4:03 to go. 4th quarter, 56-52 here on STSPN.com. This is a full. We'll be back with more.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over. I am the beast.
Here we are live at Snohomish High School. Mark Aucutt along with Mike Ladeau and Todd Elvig. 56-52. It is a 4-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. They just took a timeout, and we'll now see Snohomish going offensively as the press is put on by Edmonds-Woodway. Ross got to work out of it. Good job dribbling. Up ahead, got to get that one. Ooh, you got a foul. It's like 2 shots coming up. So that is going to go against Ben Hansen.
Ben Hansen fouled Drew Hansen?
No, excuse me, Jen Simonson with the foul.
Okay.
His first 15. Each team has 5. Big make right there for Drew Hansen. First trip to the foul line. Edmonds-Woodway up by 3.
I'm getting some feedback.
He hits them both.
There, nice.
Now a 2-point game. Edmonds-Woodway had cranked it up to a 9-point lead, and their biggest lead was 13 in that 2nd quarter, and then Snohomish came back. Panthers doing a solid job defensively as he splits the defenders that time.
That's going to be a charge.
Offensive foul. Great turnover.
That's the case of trying to do too much, I believe.
That's true. That is on Warren.
Everyone's watching Warren
He's
dribble.
got 4 of them.
Yeah.
6 team foul.
So Biggs and Warren both have, right? Snohomish, Biggs has 4 as well, doesn't he? Fouls?
Biggs has 4, yes.
They got to take advantage of this.
These 2 teams have committed 31 fouls in this game.
Oh,
now see, That's one you wish you had back.
Yep.
And Edmonds-Woodway on their side of things also has to be patient. Snohomish's defense, they haven't been going with the press, but their half-court defense has been very effective.
It really hurts that they get a bucket out of this after throwing that away.
Yeah, that one was put in their hands and weren't able to make it happen. Those are the things when the coaches take a look at the video later on, they'll go, okay, this is what we want to work on when you have those drill situations. If we're in this situation again, what do? Ooh. He has been money in this second half. 13 points for Ben Hansen, and Snohomish with, again, a chance to tie or take the lead with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Roth up top to Biggs, playing with 4 fouls. Capelli, Davis almost gets grabbed down there, goes to the basket. Oh, that's a tough miss. Had a second shot at it.
They're going to call that, though.
That's going to be against Snohomish. That would be against Drew Hansen. His third. 16 foul, even at 6. So again, Edmonds-Woodway with a 2-point lead. And they'll come into front court. Still anybody's game. Plenty of time left for either team to win this one. Really good move there. But you've noticed they've really cooled off, both from the outside and inside. There's Roth. He's thinking shot. Oh, Davis. That's a big rebound right there.
He missed that, though.
And Snohomish can't get the inside shots to fall. That's a couple of trips. They could be up by now. Well, then Edmonds-Woodway could be up by more,
That's
too.
Just tired as part of that, right?
Yep.
Short arm in it. You're a little tired. Playing D, pressing.
Yeah, you start getting worn down.
Oh, there we go. That's 2.
Yep, he got the seam and puts it in. Warren with 4 in the quarter, 7 in the game, and a 4-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. It's getting down to crunch time now.
Biggs wants it down low. Let's see what he can do.
There's 2 guys down there, crossway to Roth. He needs to hit this one. He's missed a couple of those threes. Yeah. He got rolling with a real hot hand in that first half, as he had 16 points, hit 3 3-pointers.
Another miss inside.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of trouble with that. And they started out the second half with a couple of air balls. Talking about Edmonds-Woodway.
Right.
Out of bounds by default that time. It ends up with Edmonds-Woodway. It's kind of like, who really did this ball come off? It looks like we got a timeout. Timeout Snohomish. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout. 4-point game. Stay with us. 1:17 to go. Fourth quarter.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
Yeah, they're working into the feedback on the music over there. It looks like a regular, looks like Rush, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the one guy doing the Geddy Lee, the other one, Neil Peart, maybe rest in peace.
Solid when you hear Iron Man. I mean.
Yeah. And they're breaking this. Snohomish has always been real good about having creative songs that they play, not just always the standard songbook for high school bands, but they'll break out some great music. Basket is good by Warner. He has 19. I have to think.
He's going to be our player of the game if they win.
If they win.
Yep, there's Roth.
Roth needed that one. Snohomish needed that one. 60-56. Full timeout called by Snohomish. We will also take a timeout.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on a team, you know, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Navy Special Warfare, no messing around with those spots. So we are back on the air. 59.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Who's going to get this one? Edmonds-Woodway with the 4-point lead right now. The Snohomish and Edmonds-Woodway have played really great defense throughout most of this game. Edmonds-Woodway looking to inbound. He's going to get it in pretty quick.
Little press action.
Almost, yeah. Snohomish puts the press on. Here comes the Warriors out of backcourt. He was riding him too tight.
Ticky-tack.
Yeah, it was. Fouls on number 3 of the Panthers. Drew Hansen, that's his 4th. 7th team foul. That's not good news. One more against Edmonds-Woodway, and they'll be at 7. Going to the foul line is Ben Hansen.
He missed his first.
Yeah, it's 1 and 1.
3.
That's a big miss right there. 1 for 3.
1 for 3.
There's it underneath. You got to get that one.
There you go.
Great pass to Roth, who finishes it off. He's got 22 points.
Oh, there's turnover.
Oh, Roth has got it. Get in there. There it is. Roth. Wow. 60-60. And Jason Roth putting the team on his back. He's got 6 in the quarter, 24 in the game, and those were just gigantic shots.
This gym is electrified on that move.
Yeah, getting it back like that. We were just talking about the Snohomish defense, and sure enough, they come through. That was a huge steal by Roth and the basket. So, they're cranking it up across the way. Isn't that in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, we're entertained by the band. There's Tom.
Todd always wanted
Todd
to be.
Ruther's got this going.
Yeah.
The guy with the beanie on over there kind of reminds me of the Edge for you too.
Oh, Edge.
Oh,
yeah,
look
right.
at this.
Oh man.
They aren't messing around here tonight. Good shot there, Todd. And the great thing about it, it looks really good because it's in 4K. Being in 4K, here we are. Look at this.
Got the band going.
60-60. We may see overtime in this game.
We could.
Snohomish just doing a tremendous job. Edmonds-Woodway with 13 turnovers, 7.5. Snohomish with a total of 15. They have 8.5.
It's like they're calling off the press there. They're going to just play some straight up man coming down.
Edmonds-Woodway coming out of backcourt. Big possession for them. Tie ball game. Snohomish hasn't led since it was 2-0.
2 free throws to make it 2-0, if I remember right.
There's another steal. That's by Davis. Coming out of backcourt now. Drew Hansen, tie game, 60-60. Shot clock is off. It's all on the quarter clock.
Oh.
Capelli.
No.
Oh, tough miss. Edmonds-Woodway going the other direction.
Timeout.
We got a timeout. Yep, that's going to be, I believe, yeah, we'll see how long this one is. Full timeout. We'll take a break as well. It's STSPN.com, tied at 60. Okay, folks, 7.5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We are tied at 60. Edmonds-Woodway just took a 60-second timeout, full timeout. I'm Mark Aucutt with Mike Liddell, Todd Elvig, and it's right there. You see it on the screen, 60-60. Oh, they adjusted the clock now, 8.8.
Mark, I'm going to bet you next game's Big Mac meal, it's going to go to overtime. I feel it. OT.
Yeah, this is very similar to the JV game.
Yep.
That was tied 57-all, and it forced overtime. Look out. This guy can score.
Oh. That would count.
If that goes in, wow. He did a great job of a three-quarter court heave that time. Had that been, can you imagine?
That would have been
That's great. The kind of shot that would get on national television.
And it'd be in 4K. We saw
and it would be in 4K. That was that close. So 60-60, this game goes to overtime just like the JV game, which was tied at 57 at the end of regulation. And it ends up going, and Snohomish wins at 67-65. So we'll be back. We'll take a break. It's STSPN.com.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
Welcome back here to STSPN.com. It's 60-60, and we're going to overtime. Snohomish and Edmonds-Woodway. Snohomish doing a great job erasing two major deficits in this game, and they tie it up right at the most important time that they needed to with 8.8 seconds on the clock. They got it done, and so we got a 4-minute overtime. We'll see how long this one goes. We're paid to be here all night if we have to.
This is officially our first OT game in all the years of Wesco basketball we've done, I believe.
I think so, between you and I, yeah, absolutely.
Put that in the record book, I guess.
Snohomish gets the tip, and Snohomish has definitely had the momentum down the stretch. The guy that's really been a part of it has been Roth right there. Jason Roth, 24 points. He had 6 huge points in that fourth quarter. Also, the other guy that really stepped up well is Drew Davis.
Yes.
And we knew that he was going to come after it at some point in time.
Yep. He was on the boards. He was active on D. Davis was a turning point, I think, in that late fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's some good hands.
All right, 14 on the shot clock. Davis pops out. They're going to start needing to look for a shot here.
Roth.
9 seconds. Roth out, getting open some to Davis.
Going to put it up.
He's going to take it in.
Count it.
Oh, no. Didn't make the basket, but he got fouled. He'll have 2 shots. Foul goes against William Bates. That would be his 3rd. Team foul number 7. So both teams at 7 fouls. Davis has 9 points in the game. Snohomish is 13 for 15 from the line.
Nice. That's a great night from the line for sure.
They have not led until now since the first quarter when they were up 2-0. Chance to match that lead. Because once they got up 2-0 on 2 foul shots.
And then they went down, I believe they gave up at 9 straight or
yeah,
something.
10-2.
Yep.
10 straight by Edmonds-Woodway. Oops. Davis fighting for the rebound, almost a held ball, and that should go to Edmonds-Woodway. So 61-60, Snohomish is up. Finally.
Do you miss the old jump ball? I do.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, especially if you game with a lot of those, I think it's tough for the official to always have to get those things perfect.
The toss is it's the keys in the toss. Here we go.
It is. Oh, three-pointer. Great basket by Steve Warren. So it goes back the other direction now. Lead switching hands for the 3rd time only.
Oh.
Going the other direction. It's been tied 3 times. That defense is tough for Edmonds-Woodway. They are up in your face, and Snohomish trying to get through here. There's only 4 seconds on the shot clock. He got fouled. That'll send Biggs to the line with 2 shots. And he is so far 4 for 4 from the line.
Is that on Hansen? I think.
It looks like it's on Apio.
Okay.
His first, 8th team. Biggs goes to the foul line. He's got 13 points in the game. 2 of them can tie this game up. Well, one of the things we've seen pretty consistently in this game, there's been, especially on the Snohomish side. Oh, that's a tough miss right there.
That's a heartbreaker right there.
Yeah, because these are such important moments in baskets.
Freebies from the charity stripe. You gotta make them.
Yep. Can get them within 2. But I was going to say, Snohomish has been doing a real good job inside of drawing those fouls. If they haven't made the shots, they've been able to draw the fouls. We really haven't seen much in the line of 3-point plays. It's been like 2 shots with missing the basket.
I think their game's improved without relying. They've improved by working the ball inside, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's gone well for them. Snohomish will get it. Edmonds-Woodway turns it over for the 9th time here in the half, 15th time in the game. Back in for Snohomish is Drew Hansen. So the Panthers will inbound, down by 1. Very big possession right here. They've got to deal with that press again, and so Roth is going to get it. We've seen Roth do a good job getting past that. Good job there passing the ball in the front court by Hansen.
Stop, look, and be calm.
To Hansen. There's Drew Davis. He needs to hit that, baby. Yeah, not a bad shot.
No.
And we know he can hit from outside. He's got a couple in the game, and he did really well with that last week. This guy's fun to watch, too, Ben Hansen.
He is. Great little
Not
ball
a real
handler.
big guy, but, man, I'll tell you, he can play the game. Height doesn't matter when you're really good. Remember Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy and
Nate Tiny Archibald. That is by Bates. Back to a 3-point lead. 1:47 to go in the overtime.
Yeah, Muggsy Bogues. Who was our
5'3".
slam dunk? Spud Webb. Remember Spud Webb?
Spud Webb, that's another one, or Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson, yeah. Springs.
I think they always listed him taller than he really was.
I think you're right.
Boy, he had some springs. 65-62. There's Roth. Got to hit that one. Oh, that's a tough miss.
Ooh.
They worked really hard to get that shot. It's a 3-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. They get a basket down this time. That's going to make it overplay.
Almost.
Fortunately, didn't foul him. Edmonds-Woodway able to take some time off the clock here. 13 on the shot clock, 1:10 on the quarter clock now, on the overtime clock. Now they're getting urgent. That's a money shot right there.
Baseline drive, beautiful by Warren.
Great job. So he has 5 of the 7 points they've scored in overtime. Now Snohomish has had their chances here. That's going to be a foul. It'll be 1-1. Got to make this. And the big key was Biggs needed to hit those 2 foul shots earlier.
Still plenty of time. Get 2 here, down by 3.
Yep.
Get a rebound, get a turnover.
Ben Hansen called for the foul. That is his second, 19th foul. And you've got Drew Hansen at the foul line. No pressure.
A lot easier shooting them when you're down by 5 than when you're down by 1, right?
Yeah. There's the next one. It's perfect. We got a whistle. It's going to get a substitution. 67-64. Yeah. Still, either team can pick up the win here. Snohomish desperately needs a stop, and they've had some big steals here in overtime. That's what they're looking for again. Edmonds-Woodway probably looking to take time off the clock, Mike. Run it down, look for the right shot. Look at him. He's been kick ball.
It's got to be a kick.
Yeah, that should definitely be Edmonds-Woodway. I'm surprised he didn't call kick ball right away. Usually don't let it go down that far.
I don't think that went off his hand.
That's kind of a should be a mid-court.
Yes.
That's kind of a tough break for Edmonds-Woodway because they got to bring it all the way back down.
It lets them take more time off the clock.
That's true.
Oh, there we go. Hands.
Oh, so close. Near steal.
English was just reading that the whole way, waiting for that pass.
6 on the shot clock, 24.4 on the quarter clock. So Edmonds-Woodway needs to be thinking shot here pretty quick.
Hansen's going to have to launch this. They're not going to get it. Not going to get it off.
Didn't get it off. Ate up the full 30. And now with a 3-point lead, they're going to have a timeout on the floor. Actually, Snohomish calling that. Jeff Larson going for a full timeout, which we will take too here on STSPN.com. Wow.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I am the beast.
Okay, here we go. 67-64, 3-point lead for Edmonds-Woodway. If Snohomish can get a 3-ball here, depending on, they got to get the little boy get across the floor there.
Get across the half-court line. I think they could run a screen for Roth, have him come off for a 3 here. Somebody's come up the screen for him.
11 seconds.
Pop out.
Under 10 now. There's Drew Davis. His foot was on the line. Yep, that's a big miss right there, and a foul, but Davis looked like his foot was on the line.
I think it was.
And maybe even like an inch over. That would have been a 2-pointer. So now they go the other direction, and that foul is going to be against Roth, his second. That's team foul number 8. At the foul line will be William Bates. Bates has 10 points. I think we're looking at is Drew Warner.
Yeah, I believe so.
For player of the game.
I agree.
Number 5 out there. He's done some great stuff.
Yeah, I'll go down and grab him. Mark, you can interview him. He's got a good number. Number 5 was my number in every sport. So
there you go. Joe DiMaggio. Here we go.
Comes a launch.
Other direction.
Could be.
Ooh. Off the rim. Well, I think that would have counted for 5 points. So 69-64 is the final score. A 5-point victory for Edmonds-Woodway. They earned it, that's for sure. And Snohomish gave them a lot to work with in trying to handle Snohomish. So this is just a really fun game to watch and announce. And we had some good individual performances in this game, like on the other side of the ledger there, Amari Biggs with 13 points, Jason Roth with 24, and also Drew Davis coming through with 10 points, all in the second half. But our player of the game is going to be Drew Warner, as Warner coming through with 19 points, and he did a good job with the foul shots early on. He was 6 for 6 in that first quarter, 6 for 7. And then had a big third quarter with 9 points, 2 in the fourth quarter. So he's just balanced all the way around, plus the defense. So he had a well-rounded game. And a tough loss for the Snohomish Panthers as Edmonds-Woodway picks up the W here tonight at Snohomish High School. So we're going to get our player of the game to come up here. We'll have an interview. He will get a T-shirt, and we'll be all set. So Snohomish drops to 2-3 in conference play. 4-5 overall. Edmonds-Woodway improves to 2-3 and 4-4 overall. So slightly better record now than what Snohomish is at. So they'll be tied in conference, or yeah, close to it. Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, great. You are the STSPN Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game. Drew Warner, great overall balanced performance through the game. That was an entertaining game to call.
Yeah, that was a fun game to play in. You know, those OT thrillers are always fun.
You guys watched the JV, they had OT before this. Now you guys do too. It's almost the same score too, only in this one, Edmonds-Woodway won.
Yeah.
And you guys were really effective with that press throughout the game.
Yeah, you know, we work on that a lot, and we pride ourselves on being able to execute that well, and so it's really satisfying to come out and win a game, you know, using that.
And there was a time in the second quarter, it seems like you eased off it a little bit, just to try to give them a different look or something like that.
Yeah. That was a little something we put in yesterday, and we're still working on that. But when it came down to it, we relied on our man press, which is what we really want to do.
Shows that you average 11 points a game, and you got 19 in this one. And your teammates, there was just a good balance all the way around.
Yeah. Tonight we were really trying to get the ball inside, and that was working really well for us. So big shout out to Will Bates. He was working tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So great job. We appreciate you coming up. We'll get you your T-shirt, and we'll get a picture that we'll put on social media.
Right.
Mike will award you the player of the game.
That sounds good.
Here on STSPN, we got that. There it is, just like that. There it is. Congratulations. Hey, we appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, thank you.
And cool.
Thank you.
Great job tonight by Drew Warner, as he is our player of the game for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here now. And Mike Ladeau, thank you very much for being here this evening. Todd Elvig at the controls, producing it tonight. Mike, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun once again. We had a good time. We had a great game. 2 good games. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. So we saw the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors hang on in this one, 69-64 for Mike Ladeau and Todd Elvig. I'm Mark Aucutt saying winning is for tonight. Sportsmanship is for a lifetime. Take care, as it's a final in overtime by a 5-point win for Edmonds-Woodway, 69-64. Good night, everybody.